This meeting is being recorded.
Great, and I'm gonna, if you haven't yet, just go ahead and mute. And welcome everybody to the Free Your Voice workshop and webinar. And we're just about to just explore the incredible capacity to just free up this expression, free up this voice to really just be free in expressing the beauty of your heart and through these vocal cords and this expression. All right. So I'm going to put in the chat real quick some of the key tips that I'm going to go over this for this workshop, because there's some just foundational things that I feel like are so crucial. So the first thing is relax. It's so important to be relaxed when you're singing. And so the first thing I want you to do is just move your head around and move your shoulders around. And then give me a big sigh. Ah. 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 Okay, good. 1 second. I'm going to turn this on. Ah. Okay, good. And now give me another big one. Just ah. Good. Ah. And one last one. Ah. Perfect. Okay, so crucial to be relaxed in our expression, because one of my big inspirations for people is that when we sing, we want to be so relaxed so that the sound just moves through us. Rather than we're trying to sing, we allow for the sound to move through us. And that just makes it for a whole just more inviting experience, right? When you try to sing, a lot of times there's kind of this forced energy. So if I try, for example, I'll go ah, I'm kind of forcing the energy out. Ah, but if I'm relaxed, there's an invitation through the sound. Ah. So let's try that real quick. See if you can allow the sound to come just flowing through you. Okay, did you feel that? Do you feel relaxed? Do you feel relaxed in your throat and your chest and your shoulders, your tongue, your jaw? Everything needs to be nice and relaxed. Okay, great. Tip number 1. Tip number 2. There is so much judgment and critiquing around our voices, self-judgment, judgment from others, that have been programmed so deeply into our psyche. And we have got to reprogram that. We have got to approach our voice and singing like a 2-year-old, like a 3-year-old that's just developing their voice. And all they want to do is just explore with their voice and do whatever they want to do. So right now, I want you to bring in your inner child, and I want you to just make weird noises and just make whatever noise you want to do with your voice. Come on. Give me some weird noises. Just make some fun noises. You mean like an O, and then E, and A, O, U. Good. All right, good. All right, good. Now we've got our playfulness, our innocence. We have to just keep that in mind. We got to keep that in mind because we want to approach this and have fun. Okay? That's a very crucial step to just enjoying our voice, enjoying singing, is we want to have fun. We're approaching this with innocence. We're going to have fun with our voices, and we're not going to judge it or critique it. We're going to just love these voices just the way they are. Does that sound good? If that sounds good, give me a yes. Okay, good. Okay, so this is so crucial because so many of us just are literally just blocked right from the get-go because all we do is want to judge and critique our voices. Oh, that doesn't sound good. I don't sound great. I'm not singing tune. Let it all go. We're going to let all that go. We're just going to have fun with it, and we're going to explore. Okay? Another crucial thing is to open our mouths nice and wide. Okay? When we can, we want to really open up the mouth wide, because that really gives that much more sound available to like express, right? So so everybody do like a yawn. And then express that way. Wow, my numbers are super off with this one, huh? 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, keep going like that. Okay? Wah, big wide mouth. And keep that mouth open and relaxed. Okay, and then if you even want to go more, you can relax just moving your head from side to side and keep going. So this will release any tension that you have in your neck. Okay, and that's will be really good to just keep relaxing the tension, because any tension here, you're going to create constriction, and then when you create constriction, then the voice comes out more forced, right? Here's some more constriction. You know, like people do this, they tighten their face. But as more we relax, good. All right. So very, very crucial to keep nice and relaxed. Okay. One nice thing to do is to keep your chin either like parallel or down. This is a very common thing to like want to bring your head up and your chin up, but then you end up constricting right here. And so watch. Can you hear how it constricts as you go up? So we want that to not constrict. We want to try to have as little possible constriction in the neck area. So we want to just be relaxed. And then we are, especially with, as a devotional singer and mantra singer and chanter, you know, classical Indian music teaches us, and singing teaches us to sing inwardly and fill ourselves up first and foremost. And so we energetically visualize and feel as if the sound will fill us up, you know, and as we sing. So now, instead of singing outwardly and just going strong with your voice, right? See if you can visualize and feel the energy going in. So give me another ah. And feel the sound going inward, and as if you could just fill your heart up. Fill it up. Good. Excellent. Great. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. And now that you have that, we are going to start exploring the different aspects of the voice, because there's a lot of different places we can sing from. And what's most common is the head voice and the throat voice, right? Head voice is soft and sweet. And the throat voice is a little bit stronger. Okay, so try head voice, nice and soft and sweet. And now the throat voice. Great. Great. Some of you who don't have your videos on, please put your videos on. I'd love to see your beautiful faces, and I'd love to see you interacting and singing with me. It'd be so great. The next one goes down to your chest voice, and your chest voice really gives you that expression, that fullness of like what I would consider then really dropping into your singing voice. And as you do that, the voice really gets to be more rich, more full, and more powerful. So I'll give you an example. Here's your head voice. I'm going to go head voice, throat voice, and then to the chest voice, right? Good? Okay, great. So A lot of people struggle to get to the chest voice. And there's a really great and simple tool to get us there. It's the Tarzan pounding of the chest technique. Okay. So go here, tap on your chest, kind of give yourself a little bit of a pound actually. And then go ahead and open your mouth nice and wide and big wide mouth. Good. Yeah. Dogs are getting excited, everything. Yeah. So that's great. So one little tip for those of you who think that you maybe have your mouth nice and wide open, but maybe it's not because I'm seeing you. Take 2 fingers like this and make sure, it's that wide. Go ahead. Try that. That's how wide it should be when we're doing just the ahs. So big, wide mouth, kind of like you're yawning, but no tension here. Like try as little tension as possible. Okay, good, good. Okay, so now we have these voices, and these are like the 3 primary voices. We could get into the native voice, but typically, most people, it's pretty hard to get down there. That's like the opera, gospel, Broadway voice, right? Oh, right? Really powerful, really strong. Fill up a room. It's like, wow. But for most of us, we can't get there, and that's okay. Not right now. I mean, if we were to work it together one-on-one, I could really help you get down there. That could be like, if that was one of our objectives, to really get a powerful, rich voice, which I always feel is important, because if you really have all these voices combined, you create this much more richness for your whole being. So, for example, if I just do head voice, it goes like this. But if I open up the space to go down and open up into more the throat and then in the chest, it's like, okay. Did you hear that? It's kind of subtle. Okay. Then if I was throat voice and then going down, a little more richness. And then chest voice, full, and then you could go even to the chest to the navel. And so when we think of singers that really like just wow, they just really impress us with their voices, a lot of times is that they have this incredible ability to go up and down that range. Right? Just like this flowing, easeful, graceful. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Right? What am I doing? I'm just constantly shifting from head voice to throat voice to chest voice, and maybe a little bit of navel voice, right? It opens up this capacity to give diversity for me. If not, it's just Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, or Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, right? It's always it has a bit of a flat line. But if I give it all these different dynamics, it can create more. So let's try that. Go from your head voice down to your chest voice. Big wide mouth. Go ahead. Good. How was that? Is that good? You guys, are you feeling some differences, finding some openings for your voice? As we're doing this, I also I want you to keep visualizing the sound going inward and feeling the energy going inward, right? So do that again now, and I want you to close your eyes. Go from your head voice to your chest voice. And feel it in your body. And here's another key tip. keep your belly out. Feel your belly relaxed and out so that everything is relaxed. Your belly's relaxed, your chest is relaxed, your neck's relaxed, your jaw's relaxed, your face, your lips. And big deep breath. Good. Yeah. Do you feel that? Do you feel how much of a difference that energy is like when you sing inwardly, and how much that like there's like a nourishment that happens there rather than like feeling kind of like you're expelling energy, and it's a lot like harder. So this is all really crucial for us to just really feel comfortable expressing our voice. And this is a huge part of this freeing up our voices, is that we feel so relaxed in order to share. And I feel like if you've seen singers that you really admire, there's something part of what we really admire is they're just so relaxed in many ways. They're just so relaxed in sharing their voice and just expressing, right? And so in order to do that, we have to get to that place where we are so relaxed within ourselves. We're not judging ourselves. We're not critiquing ourselves. We're getting out of our minds, and we're just going straight into our voice, right? So this is awesome. And these are some very, very crucial techniques for us to just free our voice, right? And once we start freeing our voice, now what's really important is that we tap into our emotions. And as we tap into our emotions, then we get to really express our voice through the power of the emotions. And then that's when we move into devotion, which is what I love to share, right? I love to share the devotional aspect of freeing our voice and opening up. Then we get to express in that sweet devotion of our hearts and our love for, hopefully, the divine or whatever it might be for you and what you're devoted to. But in my case, I always love to just sing to the divine, right? And as we sing and we open ourselves up, then we get to express this beautiful radiant connection to the heart and the soul. And then it's like extra nourishing, because then you're like expressing yourself, your heart's getting full, it's blasting open, and it's so soul nourishing, right? And that's the good stuff. But we have to embody this, right? We have to practice these things. We have to learn how to stay relaxed, keep our mouths open to get more and more sound to come through, a more expression of the energy just coming in and out, because it's a downward motion and upward motion. So the head and throat voice are mostly energy moving up. But as soon as you get into your chest and navel voice, you're going down and up. Yeah? Try that. Try just your head voice and feel the energy. Feel how it's just kind of more of an upward energy. Throat voice, a little stronger. Good. Now chest voice. Good. And now navel voice. Good. Some of you might have gotten down there. But do you feel how your energy starts going down? And if that's the case, is that what you're feeling? That's when you're really getting into those lower voices. So let's try a little bit. Let's do a little bit of playing around with our voices here. So I want to start here in A. Starts pretty.
Ananda, I have a quick question.
Yes.
And that is, so I know that we each naturally have a range, and then there's a certain break, and we tend to flip into our head voice, especially with higher notes, maybe for women. I'm not sure if that's correct, but I feel like, it's like when we're in that head voice, because of the range, are there tricks? Should we just focus on that energy in order to bring the richness to even the higher head voice? Do you know what I'm saying?
To bring more richness to your head voice.
Yeah.
Mm, yeah, it's interesting. I feel like there's a very crucial piece of that is relaxing the throat and relaxing the body and to open up. So it's like and opening up these molars. And it's really key while you're singing is to opening up the jaw, the back of the jaw, and the molars, and creating that space for the throat to allow for the sound to come through. So feel that. Feel that how your molars separate in the back, and then sing. And it's important to also feel your belly relaxed. You almost think you're also feeling, even though you're singing your head voice, like you can almost feel it in your chest still. Like you can feel the sound and energy coming down. Because if you're just here, it's only up here. You can feel it energetically. It's just here. But if you open up that space and then it comes down here, and a lot of it has to do with the tightness of this jaw. It's like I'm shifting the jaw a little bit. You can almost try like moving the jaw forward and back a little bit, opening up. You can even move it around a little. Yeah, jaw movement, huge. The jaw is this is like a huge deal. It's shocking, like how much just shifting and opening up the jaw a little bit, like really opens up the space for a lot more sound to come through. All right, so let's try a little bit of practices here. So head voice, we're gonna do ma, and I want you to do ma ma ma. We're just do a little walk up. Ma ma ma. Okay, good. You go ma ma ma, and then down ma 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 ma. Good. And now I want you to do chest voice. Throat voice. Ma ma ma. Go ahead. Ma ma ma. Good. Down. Ma ma ma. Go ahead. Ma ma ma. Good. Now I want you to tap on your chest because most people, it's hard to get down here. And I want you to go ma ma ma. Big wide mouth. Remember the jaws relaxed. Try to get 2 fingers worth in your mouth. You have a nice big mouth. Ma ma ma. Go ahead. Ma ma ma. And then down. Ma ma ma. Good. Awesome. Good. So those are your typical voices that you sing in, right? And if we're singing a song, and as you may know, that I love to do kirtan and chanting, and with kirtan and chanting, will start soft as kind of inviting energy, right? And that's more your head voice. And then as things start building up, you go into your throat voice. And then as things start rocking out more, you go into your chest voice. And then if you're really just full power, then you'll go into your navel voice. And that's the peak of the kirtan, the crescendo, right? The energy is just exploding. But if you're really rocking out and you can't get to your chest or navel voice, it's just not typically, the energy is not quite the same. It's hard to get that energy to really flow through. So you need that strong voice typically, right? But lots of music is just never goes below the throat voice. Lots of it's just head and throat voice. right? And even many, many professional singers who've made a career their whole life singing, they rarely go into their chest voice or their nasal voice. So it's not like a necessary thing. But what I find is that it's such a it adds so much more depth and richness to our voices to be able to use that. Yeah. Okay. Let's go a little further up. Head voice. Ma, 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 go ahead. And then down. Ma, ma, ma. Good. Throat voice. Ma, 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 go ahead. Ma, ma, ma. Good. And then chest voice, right? Ma, ma, ma. Tap on your chest to really get there. Ma, ma, ma. And then down. Ma, ma, ma. Good. Excellent. Okay. Just a couple more here. Just to like warm up the voice even more. Ma, ma, ma. Go ahead. Ma, ma, ma. Good. Throat voice. Ma, ma, ma. Ma, ma, ma. Good. Chest voice. Ma, ma, ma. Good. And then back. Ma, ma, ma. Excellent. Couple more here. Going up. Ma, ma, ma. Ma, ma, ma. Good. Throat voice. Ma, ma, ma. And down. Ma, ma, ma. Good. Chest voice. Ma, ma, ma. Ma, ma, ma. Ma, ma, ma. Ma, ma, ma. Good. Now, some of you might be hitting like a little bit of a threshold, and this is very common to do with your chest voice. It's ma, ma, ma. I'm back up to my throat voice. Ma, ma, ma. Instead of saying ma, 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 and feeling that sound go down. Ma, ma, ma. Ma, ma, ma. So see if that helps you. Ma, ma, ma. Ma, ma, ma. Good. Okay, awesome. That's getting up there pretty high. Now let's do a little bit of vocal slides. So when we're doing our vocals, it's also really nice to be able to slide between notes, right? That's part of what makes a voice really beautiful a lot of times. So we start here. Ma, and we're going to just do head voice. Ma, try that. Ma. Good. Excellent. And now I want you to do throat voice. Ma. Ma. Good. And now chest voice. So maybe you tap on your chest. Get down there. Ma. Let me hear you. Big wide mouth. Ma. Good. Excellent. That's a little higher. Ma. Sorry, head voice. Ma. And see if you can really slide those notes. Ma. You feel that? Ma. Now throat voice. Ma. Ma. Good. Chest voice. Ma. Good. Stay down there. Ma. The very common tendency is to go back up to your throat. Ma, ma. No. Stay down. Ma. Nice wide mouth. Ma. Good. Chest voice should be pretty fairly like loud, right? That's another thing that we really have to give ourselves permission when we're especially exploring our chest and navel voice. Many of us have a program in our psyche, a big program that we are not supposed to be loud. Okay? So I want us to say this. We need some affirmations. This is the affirmation point of the webinar. First of all, approach the voice. I love my voice. Say that. I love my voice. Great. And I enjoy my voice. I enjoy my voice, right? I have fun with my voice. Say that. Say it. Come on. I have fun with my voice, right? I give myself permission to be loud. Right? Now put your fist up and I said, I give myself permission to be loud. Yes. Say it. Say it like you mean it. Okay, so this is so important because so many of us, we don't give ourselves that permission to really fully express ourselves. And that is part of freeing our voice. Like if we don't allow ourselves to be loud, we are literally, I give this like example. Like here's your head voice. Like this is where the sound is resonating within the guitar, is head voice. And here's your throat voice, right? And then here is your chest voice. And here, all this bottom part is your navel voice. So the majority of your sound is coming from down here. Now, if I have a ukulele, which is just this top part, then that's my head and throat voice, basically. That's a ukulele, right? But if I want a full sound, I want the full body of the guitar. And if I want the full sound of my body or my voice, then I need to use the fullness of my body. If not, I'll never really have access to the fullness of my voice. And in essence, you're not really freeing your voice. Your voice is locked up. It's locked up in certain aspects of your, parts of your, where you sing from, shall we say, right? So this is really crucial. This is really crucial. Yes, great visual, right? The guitar is even a little bit like, the guitar doesn't really even have that bassy of tones. Maybe a cello would even be better, right? Because you can get the highest of notes and then you get these really low notes of a cello and get this big body, low body, So these are all really crucial. Let's do a little bit more. Head voice. Ma. Go ahead. Ma. Good. Throat voice. Ma. Good. Chest voice. Ma. Ma. Good. Excellent. Okay. So those are all really fun little tips to keep exploring your voice and exploring how to find different pitches and range, because the pitch, right? The pitch is where the note is. And what we're in the art of doing with freeing your voice, the first and probably most crucial thing is actually listening. Like the art of listening is as absolutely the fundamental to the voice, because you are constantly listening to the sound of your voice. And there's constant refinement taking place with how does my voice sound? What's the melody? What's the notes that I want to be hitting? What's the quality of my voice? How do I change the quality of my voice? How do I just make these micro adjustments? Because a lot of times it's micro adjustments, literally like adjusting the jaw a little bit, widening the mouth a little bit more, maybe moving the chin a little bit more. Maybe it's relaxing the chest. Maybe it's relaxing the belly. Maybe it's some tension that I have weird tension within my throat. Like I gotta relax that. Maybe I sing in my navel voice a lot, right? And then I'm way up here too much, right? So I have to relax all this area. There's so much tension. The nasally singing, ma, it's like there's tension here. And that tension creates this nasally sound. It's very common to have nasally sound. And it's how to relax all these muscles, because that's the most important thing, just to figure out how to be relaxed and allow voice to flow through you. Okay? But then you want fluidity. So now we go from the head voice back to the chest voice and back up to the head voice. Well, let's do C. Try that. Good. Again. One more time. Good. Excellent. All right. So these are like just some really crucial things to help you really free up your voice and open it so that you can just express yourself in the most easy way, because singing should be easy. It should be fun and it should be joyful, right? And it shouldn't be all this resistance. It shouldn't be all this self-analysis and critique. So with that said, let's now put all of that into action and let's try singing, okay? So let's see. You guys might know this one. Well, I'll put it in the chat just in case. Okay, for those of you here, you can look that chat, the lyrics in the chat. If you're watching it on a replay, you're just going to have to sing along. But it'll be easy, okay? Most of you already know it, so here we go. So I'll do the call. I'll call and response for a little bit, and then I want to give you the space to respond so you can listen. And this is the important part, right? You're going to listen. You're going to listen to the tuning, and you're going to listen to your notes. You're going to listen to the melody and all that. And then you try to replicate it, because that's what singing is. It's a listening process and then replicating the sound frequencies coming through. You're listening, you hear the frequencies, and then you emulate it out. And all that I am, I offer at the altar of love. Sing along. All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. And sweet surrender. And sweet surrender. So we're just going to do the head voice right now, okay? So nice and soft and sweet. And all that I am, I offer at the altar of love. Sing with me. All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. Again. All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. And sweet surrender. And sweet surrender. And sweet surrender. And sweet surrender. Okay, now we're going to go to the throat voice, right? So now a little bit stronger. I'll strum it a little bit. All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. Just you. All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. Do it again. All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. And sweet did you notice? In sweet surrender. What am I doing there? Vocal slides. Surrender. Try that. Surrender. In surrender. Right? In sweet. Try that. In sweet. Good. In sweet. Good. Surrender. Good. See that? So what we are just practicing, right? In sweet, that's more like e. But this one, surrender. There's a vocal slide, right? We're just putting into action, but now it's in a melody. Now we're actually singing in the music, okay? And now we go to our chest voice. And all that I am, I offer at the altar of love. Go for it. All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. Yeah, can overemphasize. All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. In sweet surrender, in sweet surrender. Good. How was that? Did we get down there? Sometimes you have to overemphasize, kind of sound like you're in the Broadway, or like Frank Sinatra or something, Give it some extra all that I am, right? Because sometimes, right, as we're learning it, we kind of have to overdo it. And then once we really kind of figure it out, like, we get it. But let me just tune my guitar. This thing got a little moody. And it's starting to sound a little out of tune. Oops. That's probably loud for you guys. Hold on. Stop it. Where's that? Tune sound effect. New tune sound effect. Okay. So, yeah, we just have to kind of overemphasize until we get to it. And then once we get to that place where we're regularly just hitting that chest voice, then it's all good. Then it's natural. And this is an important part. I'm really a stickler, not a stickler, but emphasize finding our natural voice, our expression of our voice that's just really easy and flowing. It's not like there's, I feel like so many times when we sing, it's like we want to pretend, or there's like another voice that comes out. And now, granted that your different voices do have a different sound quality to them, but I'm a firm believer that we all have a very natural expression of that voice, and that can easily flow through us, and we don't have to create different sound through our voices. So a lot of different music, like, they'll change their voices in order to sing with it. But yeah, so a natural, easy expression of your voice. Okay, good. So I feel like we're coming to a closure of our webinar here, and I feel like it's just really important to take in, more than anything, that to really enjoy and have fun and explore your voice in such a relaxed manner, and to sing and sing and sing and sing and sing as much as you can, to really express it, because you move emotions, you heal yourself, you connect with the divine, you connect with yourself in a way that's really like, there's no comparison. The voice goes straight to the heart. It's just a direct line to it. And so not only do you free up your voice, you free up your heart, you free up your emotions, you get to free up just the tension that you might be holding, emotional tension, to be able to move that energy. And that, from the yoga perspective, is bhakti. It's the movement of energy from stuck emotion or denser emotions necessarily to devotion. and that freedom that we get to have, that freedom to express ourselves. And that's just such a crucial and liberating thing about our voices. So I want to thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for any technical troubles that you had getting in here. And while I have you, I would love to keep working with you. I would love for you to keep studying with me. And I'm so excited that this month I am giving an offering of the Free Your Voice course. So basically what we just did in a little hour long is in a course that has about, I think, 10 or 12 different sessions. And not only do we have that, but we're exploring the voice, but we're also going to explore the lungs and the lung capacity. So there's a particular section on breathing and expanding, opening up the lungs, because I know that that's a struggle for many people, is having enough breath when they sing. And then also yogic exercises to really empower you to be able to express your voice, to really give yourself that power. So those are two little bonuses on top of these different singing practices that you can really explore to really open up your voice. So if this is something that is of interest to you, I would love for you to explore that more. I'll send a follow-up link with this. It's called Free Your Voice, the course. And this month, $100 off. And I think it's going to be really a game changer for you as you explore your voice. And then the other thing I would highly recommend, not only just the course, but I do work with people one-on-one. And if that's ever of interest to you, please contact me about that, because really the course is wonderful, but ultimately you're going to be practicing, and you won't quite have that reflection like if you're working with me, to be able to like listen to you, guide you, open up your voice, and explore different aspects of your voice and richness of your voice and opening up. And so if that's something of interest, please, please, please also reply to the email. You can send me a message, and we can start working together, one-on-one. And just more than anything, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for having the courage to be here. I know it takes so much courage to explore our voices. It takes so much vulnerability. And so I really, really commend you. Thank you for being here again. Please check out the course, Free Your Voice, and hope to see you all again soon. Blessings. Namaste. I'm going to